Loud back again, reporting live from Diddy's trial, day 32. And let me tell you, the bombshells went off today. Craziest day, definitely in Diddy's trial, and one of the craziest days I've ever seen in court, and I have seen a lot of days in court. Crazy. I'm gonna wait a little bit, like 2 seconds, just to have a little bit more people come in. I definitely cannot stay long. This is a lunchtime break. Normally you have an hour for lunch, but because the day was so chaotic and so much stuff went down, we literally only have around like 20 minutes for lunch. I won't even be able to eat. Most lunches I can't eat anyways. But today, definitely there is no chance for me to eat because I have to tell you guys, you wanna say hi? Yeah. Go ahead, just say hi quickly. All right, they're perfect. Yo, the streets of New York, man. Everybody wants to be famous. Yeah, when I tell you guys, madness ensued. Yeah, I will not be able to eat. I'm just waiting for a little, there we go, 47 people coming in. Here we go, we're gonna wait a little bit while. For the new people who are in here, the biggest day so far in the Diddy trial. Madness ensued in the morning. It took around 2 hours. I'm gonna walk you guys through it very quickly. Make sure you guys tune in for this afternoon, right when court wraps at around, I don't know what time, maybe around 5 o'clock today. I will give you the full rundown. I'm going to really just try quickly to sum it up to you. Lisa Davis is here. Cheryl, hi. Hi, everybody. Tracy, what up, what up? Laura, hi. Everybody come on in, come on. I'm gonna wait for a little bit more people to come in before we're gonna start. Come on, a little bit more people. What up, what up, what up? See Gregory, hey Gregory. Gregory Smith is in the building. Guys, the biggest day erupted. I actually thought the court was gonna go into a mistrial. I thought we were done. I was gonna have to pack up and go home. That is how big things went this morning in the case. I'm sure there's a lot of things going on social media. Don't listen to just anybody. There's a lot of speculation and a lot of things that people are thinking is gonna go down. I have the goods for you. Trust me, I know everything. I was right there, maybe 5 or 6 feet away from Diddy, 2 feet away from his mama. I know everything that's going on. All right, just looking about who's behind me. I think his kids and his mom just left to break for lunch. All right, there's enough people in. Somebody said, hey, ready for the tea. Yes, yes, yes. I told you 3 times today I'm giving you live tea, and then at night we give you a recording on our original podcast. All right, I'm gonna wait for this cop car to pass, and then I'm gonna get started. Okay, here we go. All right, so as you guys know, how the day in court starts is before the jury and before the witness comes in, the judge says, all right, lawyers, do you have anything that you guys want to talk about, anything that we want to address before we actually start the court? So for the first 30 minutes, they were battling back and forth over notes from Jane's phone. The prosecution wants to get a very, very important line, that how much she didn't like sorry for the, what is going on here, man? Yeah, so they wanted to get a very, very important line in, and the defense is like, nah, we're not gonna let that in. Diddy has on his defense team like this whiz kid who knows every single thing about the law. His name is Jason Dizzle. Oh, these ambulances. Hold on, hold on. Jeez, that is loud. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, cool. Anyways, so back and forth, back and forth. Just want to highlight here that Diddy has a very, very, very powerful defense team. That is the reason why he has close to 10 high-profile lawyers. You should see them. It's literally like an all-star game where everybody knows their position and everybody knows how to handle it. Diddy's team this morning handled the prosecution like I've never seen the defense team handle it. The judge was literally like, yo, they know almost the law better than me. That whiz kid got up and said, Your Honor, the prosecution does not understand the class in this law, or they're reciting the law imperfectly. This is really what it means. And the judge was like, yeah, you're right. Anyways, so there was that this morning. I'm just letting you go the couple of things before the bombshell, okay? Then I have an inside, I forgot I have this for you guys. I got 2 big, huge updates for you guys. I have from an inside source in the courtroom. I cannot give out the source, but it is a very, very good source, very, very good indication from Diddy's side, okay? That's all I can tell you. About juror number 6, I have an update about juror number 6. Here is a breaking update that you will not hear anywhere else. Breaking update on juror number 6. Somebody on the Diddy side, inside information, told me the issue that the prosecution is going to bring up is not that exciting. She says the judge will not strike juror number 6. I have it here. You guys can put it out there. Make sure you give it my name. Juror number 6, who we've been talking about for the past day or two. What's going to happen? What's the big deal? Why does the prosecution want them stricken? We don't know if it's a guy or a girl. We do know the defense said the prosecution is literally just trying to attempt to get another black juror off, so we know it is a black juror. I have an inside information that whatever the prosecution is going to bring up, it's so minuscule, it's so irrelevant that the judge is literally going to laugh at it and be like, why would you bring something like this up? There's no way that, I have an inside information, there's no way that juror number 6 will be stricken. Juror number 6 will not be going home. Again, just to make sure, just to be clear, the judge has not ruled yet, but I have inside information that juror number 6 will not be stricken. The defense team will win that argument. We still don't know. I thought that was going to happen this morning. It may happen maybe at the end of court today or tomorrow morning. So make sure you stay tuned in to all of our morning and lunchtime updates, okay? A little bit of an update on Diddy, because I know y'all like to know what exactly is in the courtroom. Diddy looks super tired, but then although there was a big bombshell that's happening, I'll tell you guys about it. Diddy woke up, but before that, Diddy looked very, very tired. He was, you know when you wake up in the morning and you're stretching all the time, you feel like you don't have a good stretch? It feels like he was trying to stretch something out of his system. He was yawning. I did hear a rumor, something that he has the flu or he might be sick, and a couple of other people on his defense team might not be well either. I don't know if I believe that, but today I maybe believe it a little bit more. Not really important if he does get sick, but just letting you know that Diddy looked very tired. He was stretching. Who knows, maybe he was having a little, jail night last night. Who knows? We definitely know he likes to do some things with some male guys, and he's in there with other males. All right, sorry, Diddy. All right, let's get to what we want to talk about. There's enough people in here, and I'm sorry I do not have time to get to the comments. I got to rush. So that was everything that I just told you. That took around 45 minutes. We normally start at 9 o'clock. It started at 9:45. Just as soon as the judge was about to call in the Jane and bring in the jury, all of a sudden, we start seeing a commotion in the courtroom. And it's so weird because normally the courtroom is super silent, nobody's saying anything, and all of a sudden you hear like, and then one person is moving fast, and then the security guards are moving around, and then Tenny Garagos, who is the co-lead counsel, starts talking to Maureen Comey, who is the lead for the prosecution. They start whispering to each other. Normally, whenever they talk, it's a sidebar with the judge and the stenographer who's taking whatever, like what's going on. She's there. No, they're talking amongst themselves. Then more of Diddy's lawyers get up and they start talking. Everybody starts looking around and security's like, guys, relax, everybody calm down. Tenny and Comey, the two lead, the prosecution and the defense, they leave the courtroom. Court is just about to start. What is going on? So they leave. Y'all know what I do. Take my little book, go outside, and I see they are looking at the witness list that's outside on the security guard's desk. And Tenny says something to the security guard and says, the people who are on this list, just make sure that that is the list. So I asked the security guard, I'm like, can you show me the list? He's like, absolutely not, so he turns it over. So then more people start coming out because they see me outside. More people start coming out. There's a little bit of commotion outside. The security guard's like, you guys gonna stay outside or you're gonna go back inside? I say, fine, I'm gonna go back inside. I go back inside. All of Diddy's entire legal team is all huddled around him. I was literally outside for like 2 or 3 minutes. Now there's commotion. The judge is no longer at his desk. Everybody is standing up. Everybody's moving around and everyone's like this. Remember how I told you that Diddy was quiet and he looked like he was tired? Diddy was wide awake. He was at attention, okay? So I just want to make sure I'm going over everything I don't forget. So Comey and Tenny are talking. They're both talking. They look at the witness list. I asked the security guard. He says, I cannot answer your questions. All of Diddy's lawyers are gathered around him in a huddle. I have that in big, huge cap locks. Everything is super, super intense in the courtroom. So then I decide now, let me go outside and see what Tenny and Maureen Comey are doing. So I go outside and now I see Diddy's sons. Diddy's sons they always roll up late. I see them coming out the elevator. I'm literally like 2 feet away from them. I always say, what's up? I'm like, yo, what up? Then a person that is in the gallery where we sit, she comes outside, and I know she's on Diddy's team. I think she's a lawyer or a publicist or whatever. She comes out and stops Diddy's kids from coming out the elevator. She's like, hold on, something is up. But she sees it on there, so she doesn't want to say anything. She pushes, well, not pushes, but she urges them to go back in the elevator. Boom, Diddy's kids are no longer up. Now more people come out the courtroom, and it's starting to whisper that there might be a surprise witness that maybe somebody didn't know. Or the other speculation, you ready for this? We think that Jane no longer wants to testify. But hold on. That is just the speculation because we don't know what's going on. And Jane and Tenny have had a lot of tense back and forth during cross-examination. We all know that Jane is feisty. So we're thinking, yo, what else would be stopping this? Why else would all this huddle, everything that would be going on? And y'all, you know it's big because TMZ is there. They leave to go and report back. ABC starts leaving. All of the big newscasters, they know that there's something going on, so they want to push this out to the world really quickly, right? But I was like, look, I would rather sit down here and see everything that's going on. They have a whole big team. I read it, right? It's ABC and TMZ. Anyways, the guy from TMZ is super cool. I'm like, yo, if you find out anything, let me know, bro. He's like, all right, cool. Anyways, all right, I only have 5 more minutes. So now we get to 10:25. Everybody is whispering. Everybody is huddled up. And we all are assuming that maybe Jane will not be testifying. Hey, what up? So then now things start to calm down a little bit. It's 10:35. And now you see Combs and Tenny start talking, and they're back at the bench and they're laughing. So tension is a little bit more at ease now. Half an hour of intense, things start calming down. Okay, what's going on? People start talking. Is it Jane? Is it Jane? Has she refused to testify? If you guys remember, she has been granted immunity, but you only get immunity if you testify and you testify the truth. If you decide not to testify, you will lose your immunity. So we're thinking, for some reason, maybe Jane was like, yo, I'm done with this. I don't want to go back out. And maybe the prosecution had to remind her, be like, just want to let you know, you want to pull one of these attitudes? Yo, homegirl, this is not it. We in the streets. You can't just decide, yo, I don't want to talk to my homie anymore, or I don't want to talk to my friend. No, this is that's a federal building right behind me, yo. That is a federal courthouse. You can't just decide when and if you want to talk. So again, this is all alleged, that, yo, you might not want to talk, but your immunity deal is on the table, and it only becomes into effect once your cross-examination and your testimony are done, and we deem that you tell the truth, because you can't just pull the wool over our eyes. You can't say, yeah, sure, I'll go testify for you guys for immunity. Go up there and say, yeah, the sky is yellow, the grass is red. All right, I'm gone now. Bye. Give me my immunity. No. You got to wait till the end of everything, and you got to make sure that they could fact check all your stuff. So this is what I'm speculating. I'm speculating that maybe she had a little bit of hesitation, and the prosecution, Maureen Comey, had to go in there and just remind her, yo, don't forget, we know that you trafficked some DRUG for Diddy. You know that 2 times you brought that on a plane. You know that you are guilty of some things. You want to have your own case back here? You want to have your own trial, or you want to come back out and talk? Anyways, 10:35, Comey and them start laughing. Tenny looks like she has calmed down. Diddy's lawyers are still huddled around him, but Diddy starts laughing. 10:40, the judge walks in. So now we're like, okay, things looks like it's progressing. And I'm gonna have to cut it off in 5 minutes. I'm sorry I can't answer any of the questions, but I will get to it, okay? I just want to give you guys a little bit more tea. Check back in at around 5:30. I'll break this all down a lot slower, and I won't rush, and I'll explain everything to you. But so the judge is in. Mark Algafino, Diddy's co-lead counsel with Tenny, addresses the judge and says, Judge, I would like to have a conversation with you in front of my client, in front of Diddy, everything that we just talked about there in the back room. And the judge is like, whoa, hold up. Y'all know that there's people in here. We got press in here, we got public, we got YouTubers. Be very, very careful what you say, Mark Algofino, because there's some things that we don't want to have public. Mark is like, Judge, you're putting me in a tough predicament. He's like, do you want us to clear the courtroom and we have this conversation in front of your client, who's Diddy? Because Diddy can't go back into judges' chambers, right? Don't forget, he is technically a prisoner. So the only way that Diddy's lawyers and the judge can have a conversation around Diddy is in the courtroom, but they can clear the courtroom. Mark says, yo, we can have this conversation without clearing the courtroom. It's fine, because Mark wants things to go public. But he's like, but the judge warns, he says, be very careful. Listen to this, guys. So the judge says, then Mark says, okay, what we were talking about in the back there, January 2024, the hotel room, that very public event. We understand that Jane is testifying under a pseudonym. We understand that we can't say Jane's name. But the event in question that we want to talk about, why are you stopping us and why are you hiding the name that we want to talk about? Mark says, the fact of this being a public trial and us publicly talking about what goes on, it helps bring forward more things. If somebody was like, oh, I saw at Diddy's court case that there was this person and that person, and it gets more public, it helps more people to come through. So Diddy's lawyers want as much things to be public. Whatever happened in the morning, Jane or somebody doesn't want them to make something that happened in a hotel party, January 2024, become public. Then he starts, Mark hints that it's a rapper. They're in Vegas, they're in a hotel room, there's a rapper, and Diddy's defense team wants to name the rapper. What I'm assuming is that Jane and the prosecution do not want to allow the defense to name the rapper. And I think I'm just gonna end it there. Diddy's kids walk in at 10:50, and then Tenny says to the judge, Judge, I've made all the changes that you've made me make. I'm ready to get started. Whatever happened over that hour time, everything that was going crazy, the defense lost what they were trying to get put in. Whatever happened, the judge says no to the defense and the prosecution won. I'll tell you guys more about this at 5 o'clock. We'll dig deeper. I'm pretty sure, 99.9% sure, who the rapper is, why. We know, but we don't not want to say this right now. Just chill. All right, I will let you guys know. We'll let you guys know at 5 o'clock. Tune in. I got sidetracked now. Now you made me forget what I was saying. Yo, what was I saying now? Anyways, yes, this is what I was saying. So why I ended by saying Tenny said, I made all the changes, let's start, is Tenny was prepared to say the rapper's name. Jane got wind of it and was like, yo, if she says that rapper's name and puts that whole party on blast, wait till you guys find out what was happening at the party. This is why Jane does not want to put this name out. When you find out what was happening at this party and what was going down, it's so salacious. And it's kind of like what we've been hearing in these civil cases. And all you guys keep saying, where are all of these celebrity freak-offs? Where's all the celebrity this or whatever? This is it right here. And the parties, the power that be, do not want to let you guys know. Tenny was very, very smart. She changed up her line of questioning enough to suffice the judge, but she still let us know who the rapper is and who was having sex in a hotel room where there was a bunch of people watching people having sex. Wow, it was crazy. Tenny is really, really smart. I'll drop the hints and I'll drop exactly word for word verbatim. You guys can guess who it is. Trust me, Tenny is brilliant. That's why I started out by saying the defense team was really, 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 really smart, man. But everything almost erupted. The prosecution, Jane, almost decided not to testify. She was literally on the fence of thinking if she wants to testify because of this rapper and because of exposing this celebrity freak-off world. The prosecution reminded her, yo, you will lose immunity. Do not play with us. We will talk to the defense team and we will make sure the defense team does not expose this celebrity freak-off lifestyle. But regardless of whatever happens, you must testify or you'll be right back in this courthouse and you'll have a whole other trial like Diddy. They saved it. This trial almost was over, y'all. Was almost over today. The prosecution saved it, but the defense was still brilliant and got what they wanted to get out. All right, that is it. I'm literally gonna go just grab a bottle of water and I will go back. They're gonna finish the cross examination of Jane. I think they said that we might see some witnesses, and again, there's still a little bit of speculation that we might get a surprise witness today. There was that also too. Tune in live back at around 5:30. I'll give you guys the whole breakdown. I will let you know everything that's going on. We finally have our first glimpse at a celebrity freakoff, yo. Stay tuned. It's your boy Trent Out Loud. Oh, thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video. You'll see in the description below. Aura is the #1 digital security platform. They control everything. They can take all your information off the dark web. If you've ever had any breaches, your social security number, banking information, or whatever, there's a 14-day free trial in the link below. They can get on the dark web and wipe all your information, any breaches that you have had. After the 14 days, you can decide if you want to stay with them, but they wanted me to hook you guys up with a free 14-day trial just to show you what they could do. If you guys don't know, check out Aura, my link below. I'll see you guys at 5 o'clock. Celebrity freak-offs! Yo, I'll talk to you guys later, man. Peace.